Good morning. I'm over here making potatoes and spam burritos as usual. And I was cracking up to myself because I was thinking about res parties. I was listening to a song earlier. Ain't no party like a I'm not gonna say the words because that's copyright infringement. But anyways, I came up with my own jam. It's gonna be called the verses. Ain't no party like a rezzed out party, cause a rezzed out party don't stop or start. I'll work on that ending. But it's true, cause res parties, they don't really start. Like, you don't get an invitation, you know, date and time and the place and all this good stuff. You just show up somewhere, like at your family's house or your cousin's house, and it's just happening already. And then they never end, or there is no ending, like official ending. Like, they're like, oh, we're gonna go from 4 to 6 p.m. No, it could be days, it could be a couple weeks. So, right, because you show up somewhere, like your friends or your family come over and they're like, hey, meet us over at JoJo's house and come on over, and you show up and then there's an actual party happening, and who knew, right? And you show up in sweats and a t-shirt and gym shoes and there's this party that's happening, and they're like, oh yeah, well, we're gonna go out to wherever, Blacktop. And you're like, where's Blacktop? Because I don't know these new locations, you know, ever since I've been off the res, I don't know the new spots. So you have to follow people to go to a special place up in the rocks, in the mountains. And you show up there and it's a real party. Like, there's real music and there are people in their trucks and everybody's dancing and dust is swirling around and it's all hush-ish. It's all muddy. That's hush-ish. Muddy is hush-ish in Navajo. So you're like, I'm out here with my white gear on and I can't be all hush-ishy up in this party, so I'm gonna go home and change. And you know, your valley girl side kicks in and she's like, oh, I can't be out here like this. I don't know what's going on, and I can't mess up my clothes. So you go home and you go change into some proper, what you think is proper party attire, and you go back out to the spot and the party has moved and everybody's gone. So then you go to your uncle's thinking, okay, well, party's over, and your uncle's like, no, the party just moved, and you're like, how did you know about this party, Uncle? How did you know there was even a party? And so he tells you the new spot, and you go over there, and it's over at your Uncle Boom Boom's house, and you show up, and the party never ends. A whole week goes by. People just come and go, and they bring beer, and they bring drinks, and they bring food, and they bring more music, and they bring more people. And it's this ever-growing, never-ending party, right? So your city slicker self is out there, like, just carrying on, and then everybody leaves. It's the only way a res party ends if somebody's grandma gets upset and fed up and frustrated and finally calls it quits and tells everybody to leave and cut it out. And your grandma shows up and she's like, hey, cut it out. And she chases you off. You get yelled at. And you're like, I'm not even, too late. You're branded as the party girl. The city slicker party girl. Anyways, so that's my song now. I have a new song. Ain't no party like a rezzed out party, cause a rezzed out party don't stop or start.